Hey everybody, we are here in beautiful Charleston, Tennessee, and this is another episode of Problem Locations with Shay Davis. And guess what? So I told you guys that we're gonna get some information in so that you guys can be informed along the process, whether you're buying or building. So I have with me today a very special guest. I have been admiring this man forever, and you should too. His name is Don Harris.
Hi.
And he is the landman. So if you want to find him after everything that we talk about, you can go to his website, which is Don Harris the Landman. So Mr. Harris has everything that you need to know as far as if it's good property. He's got the information on, building and permits and history. And if you have been following him for a long time like I have, then you know he's got the history behind the backstory of everything that you need to know. So we're out here in Charleston, Tennessee, right across the street from River Point subdivision, which is a lovely subdivision about and has the river flowing through it. So I'll let Mr. Harris take it away. I'm good. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Good to see you
Good to see
today.
you.
I know.
What kind of questions do you got for the landman?
So tell us about this property. What we got here?
Well, there's 74 acres.
Okay.
74.12 been surveyed.
Uh-huh.
And it's been on the market a little while as a whole.
Uh-huh.
And we've been commissioned we're going to divide it up a little bit into tracts.
Okay.
There'll be some 5-acre tracts, and up here on this hill, there'll probably be some 15s.
Okay.
And we're going to conduct an auction. That's our plan.
Okay.
Probably late September, early October, whenever we get our survey and everything completed.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. So you're going to have five
There'll be
acre tracts down here.
Down in the field, there'll be 5-acre tracts
Okay.
that'll come to about that fence row.
Okay. And we are in the county, so there won't be any restrictions, no HOAs or things like that.
The owners are going to put some light restrictions on it.
Okay.
So it'll be single-family residential, so many square foot, for a home.
Okay. What type of square foot do we know yet?
Not 100% certain. It's probably around 2,000, 1,800, 2,000
Minimum.
Yeah,
minimum.
Something like
And that's
that.
standard. That's typical.
Yeah.
For the auctions that I've been to that you've done, it's been a minimum. I think that last one was 2,500 square feet
Something like that.
that we lost out on. I was trying to bid on some property.
You were trying to raise your bid.
I was trying to raise my bid. Because let me tell you something, when Don has some property, you don't even have to question it. And that's one of the things that I told him is if he has it listed, it's a good piece of land. And whatever price he tells you, you don't have to play around and haggle with him because he's already done his homework. So the price is set at a good price for you. But yeah, so you were telling me that the driveway is going to come up through here, right?
The driveway for this particular track will come up kind of up the edge the way we drove.
Uh-huh.
And contour around.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, they can build down there if they like, but I would think if I were building, I'd build here where we catch the mountain views.
I know. Look at that view.
Hiwassee River down here, and today it's a little smoky,
Mm-hmm.
but when it's clear, you can really see the mountains right here.
It is beautiful out here, and it's so peaceful.
Yeah.
It is so peaceful. So what are some things that they need to expect for it? So like if you were talking to me and I'd never even talked to you before about building on the land, so what are some things that I need to know, especially about this particular piece of property? And
Well, in general things, if you're buying land,
mm-hmm.
you're going to put a house on it,
Mm-hmm.
you need to know, first off, you need to know what kind of condition the title is.
Right.
We always do a title search.
Okay.
And if you're a buyer, you can buy title insurance as well if you need it. But that way, if there is a problem, we take care of the problem ahead of time before we go to auction.
Okay.
So we have ordered a title search on this property. Another thing is you want to know if the health department will give you a percolation or will give you a permit for a septic system. With a soil perk.
Right.
This particular property, most of this hill is called a teleco soil.
Okay.
Which is about a 45-minute percolation rate.
Okay.
And down there is a Cumberland, and it also is around 45. And the way it works, if it's 75 or less, you don't have to have a percolation test. You just have a soil map done.
Okay.
But if it's over 75, then they need to actually do a percolation test to see will the soil absorb water.
Okay. And explain to our viewers, what does the percolation test actually tell someone? Like if I was in kindergarten, tell me what it would.
Well, it tells you how many bathrooms
And bedrooms,
you can have in your house.
Yeah.
A lot of these down here are 4-bedroom homes because that soil down across the road there perks very well.
Okay.
What we're concerned with at an auction is, can you have at least one house on each track?
Okay.
So it's not like a subdivision. If you're doing a subdivision, you have to do a detailed map. All we really need to know is, because I don't know where you want to build for sure.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm not testing it.
Yeah.
All we really need to know is, will the soil work? And in general, this farm will work. Now, if we get into an area that's questionable, we go ahead and have a soil man come out.
So, after the sale is done and they've won the auction, will they still need to get a perk test? Because one hadn't been done.
They have, they don't have to get a perk test. They have to get a soil map.
A soil map.
To get a permit from the health department.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's anything over 5 acres, right? Okay. Or
And
5 acres and more.
Yes.
Is how that works. Yeah, that's some good stuff there. And so when we were driving up, you were always also talking about the elevation of the driveway.
Yeah, on driveways, see, there's a hill here. I figured it, and I'm not an engineer, but just using the scale and measuring, it's about a 16% grade. Now, you could come straight up and it'd be steeper, but to contour around, it's about a 16% grade. And that'll work. And on the other side, it's about 13% grade.
So tell me about the auction process.
How it works?
Yeah, yeah.
It's really very simple. You're bidding on the price that you're willing to pay for 1 acre of land.
Okay.
Okay? Everybody under the tent, and we don't know who wants what. We're just saying, how many dollars, what are you willing to pay for 1 acre of land? And people bid back and forth until they quit.
Yeah.
There's no magic to it.
Yeah.
Until they quit. When they quit, I'd ask you, I said, all right, you're the high bidder, which track? And you have to take one track, but you can take as many tracks as you want. And you multiply your per acre price times the number of acres in the tract that you choose. We repeat that process until we have a bid on each track, okay? And then generally we'll add up, see what our total is, add 5% increase to it, and ask, does anybody want to reopen the bidding as a whole? Sometimes, like the sale you went to.
The one I lost, yeah.
A neighbor bought it all. But it's about half and half. We can never tell, so we offer it both ways, because really that day I'm working for the seller.
Yeah.
And
so you got to bring a deposit, or your down payment, not a deposit, and the down payment was $5,000 per acre.
No, per track.
Per track, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just put a flat amount so people know what to bring.
Right.
If you're looking at 2 tracks, bring 10,000.
Bring 10,000.
And
yeah.
we take a personal check.
Yeah. And like you said, we got the Hiwassee River right over here.
Yeah.
Nice subdivision. Great place to raise your kids, and it's not far from shopping, not far from the highway. So if you're interested in participating in the auction, and even if you're just trying to get a feel of what an auction looks like so that you can be prepared for the next auction, make sure you go on to Mr. Harris's website, which is Don Harris the Landman. Call him. He has been so helpful over the years with us in helping me to know what type of questions to ask whenever I'm looking for land. But yeah, come to the auction. You never know, you may just move to Charleston and buy you a piece of land. Hopefully you will, because it's beautiful out here. But thanks for tuning in to this episode of Shay Davis, or Prime Locations with Shay Davis. Sorry, y'all know I get tongue twisted. But anyways, thank you, Mr. Harris. I appreciate you.
Take care.
You too.